Hello, my name is Tengiz. Here I will be doing the fourth video of the video student perspective on ISU or the IB program. It's been a while since we've been here, but today I decided to have a better approach to the videos. I'm going to be interviewing, first-person interviews, people that are experiencing the IB at the moment who are going to go through their exams. So this is Benjamin Elman.
I'm Benjamin Elman.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Benjamin Elman.
He is going to take his exams, and we chose him for English, SL, and HL. We're going to be asking him a few questions, and he's going to be explaining to us what he feels about the course. So Benjamin, hi, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Thank you.
Okay. The first question is expectations versus reality. You know the thing. Something that surprised you about the course?
I would say the oral, because for the most part, it's been what I expected, but the oral, I think I severely underprepared myself for going into it, and if I could go back, I would reverse that mistake, because I think it's something you should take more seriously. It has a major effect on your final grade, and you shouldn't mess around with any IAs.
Yeah, thank you. What do you like about the course?
My teacher, but I suppose that doesn't really count. I'd say the diversity of texts that we can explore. There's a lot of options. Your teachers will likely make those decisions for you, but you'll find that there's a lot of different things to read into and to write about.
Yeah. What do you not like about the course?
How long the exams are. I think if and when you're going to be in English, you have to be prepared for a very long sitting sections, especially in the HL. Your paper 2 is going to be 2 hours and 25 minutes. It's major work, and you really have to be ready to just sit down and keep writing until it's done.
Thank you. What are things to consider when you were choosing the class?
How fluent you are in the language, of course. How capable you are at writing on the spot. How much knowledge you have in the general subject. And just how ready you are to learn.
If you could change things in the syllabus, let's say you were working at the IB headquarters, what would they be and why?
I would definitely change how the final exams are approached. I think that lengthwise, it doesn't differ too much from other programs, but the nature of the questions and the inconsistency in grading makes it really difficult for students to adequately prepare for the exams, because with any different examiner, you could get any different results with the final English paper. And that's true of many classes, but particularly in an area as subjective as English. And I think that if either they made the criteria more succinct and precise, or if they made the syllabus more uniform across schools, it might be better in preparing students to do as well as they can.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. Any last words?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Hello, back at it again here, this time with another student from grade 12. This time he'll be talking to us about Mongolian SL especially, yeah. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Manda Mukhtash and I'm the DP2.
Ismail Mukhtash. First question.
Yes.
Expectations versus reality, you know that.
Yeah.
Did anything surprise you about the course?
Yes, going into the Mongolian course, I thought I'd be reading a lot of books that had a lot of pages, so like big books and text that would be really difficult to understand, as that was what people told me about. However, as I went into the course, I realized that it's not about the quantity of what you read, it's about the quality. And so you actually don't have to read as much as you thought. It's more about understanding the text.
Yes. What do you like about Mongolian?
What I like about Mongolian class is that I'm able to speak in Mongolian, and because I'm a Mongolian person myself, I like to improve my Mongolian as it's worse than my English. So it's nice to have some time during the day to speak in Mongolian and improve my Mongolian.
Incredible. What do you not like about the class?
I'd say the students in the class. There's a specific student in that class that really just doesn't take the course really seriously. And then there are other students who think they're just so good at Mongolian. And also being in a class with students worse than you know, it kind of brings your level of Mongolian down. And so that kind of affects my Mongolian. And so yeah, that's the only thing I don't like. Other than that, everything else is good.
Sorry. Things to consider when choosing the class.
Alright, so some things to consider, first of all, is how well are you at Mongolian? So how are you with grammar and vocabulary? And are you able to read in Mongolian? Are you able to talk in Mongolian? Are you able to analyze Mongolian? All of those components are really important when choosing this class.
Is there anything you want improved in the syllabus? Anything you're like, what?
I was hoping for more translated works, so English works that are translated into Mongolian. No specific reason, I just feel like those texts really bring out my analysis out, like my best work out, because the ones that are only written in Mongolian, I don't know, it's kind of a pattern where it's just, I can't really bring out the analysis in those kind of works, but if it's an English, like famous English novel translated into Mongolian, that's when I thrive the best.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Any last words? Something you want to say about the course or the interview?
I love the course.
Hello, you're back with the host Ivy. You're back with the series introducing you to the DP program. Here I am today here with
Yichchen from DB2.
Yes.
And I take Econ HL, and I'm here to talk about the content and the course and the syllabus.
Yes. So we have the first question, expectations versus reality. Something that surprised you about the course.
Personally, before I started the whole IBDP program, I didn't look at the syllabus, so I didn't realize how much content there was for each individual topic. So that really surprised me. I expected something a little less, but it was a lot more detailed than I thought.
Yes. Moving on, what do you like about the class?
I really like that I can use the concept in econ for business, because I also take business HL, and the concepts really interlink together, and I really like how it really opens my mind up towards a lot of things.
Yes, I agree. What do you don't like about the class?
I don't like how they squish so much content in 2 years, because while we learn about all these economic theories and stuff, we also have to do our IAs, EEs, CAS, TOK, so I feel like there's just so much content, but it's okay. We can all deal with it and
Yes, agreeable.
learn it.
And then some advice. What are some things to consider when choosing to take the class in the DP program?
I would say if you're comfortable with talking to others about, I guess, economic topics, but more so if you're how do I say this, like the type to memorize stuff, then econ is pretty good. But also if you understand the core of each theory, then you can understand something bigger, because demand supply, that's like the main thing. And I would say look at past papers and look at the questions and the format of how you answer them.
Okay. And then, is there anything you would be like to improve in the syllabus if you had the power?
I would like to improve honestly, nothing much really. I like all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is the end of our interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, you're here today with your host Ivy, and we are here with. She will be talking about the Business HL course of the IBDP Diploma program. Okay, moving on to the first question, we have expectations versus reality. Something that surprised you about the course.
So I expected the course to be, a lot more in depth on how to actually run a business and stuff, but it covers a lot more of course content of the different functions of business rather than actually making your own business. So that was a big shock to me.
That's very good. Second, what do you like about the course?
I like how it is very, what do you call it, common sense. Like it's a lot of things you see in daily life, so you can apply a lot of your course stimulus to the real world.
Nice. What do you not like about this class?
I like how, I dislike how, just how, I don't want to say irrelevant, but like not necessary some of the things that you learn are. Because like your first year students just learning about business, like you don't need to know the in-depths of capacity utilization. I think that it could be put in, like interchanged with things that are more useful, and they should incorporate social enterprises, which they do now, which is good.
Nice. Okay, what are some things that prospective 10th graders going to the DP should consider when trying to choose the class?
Okay, so if you're a 10th grader looking to choose business management, you should definitely think about the course load you already have, and on top of that, whether you're willing to learn about business for 2 years. Although it is a relatively easier course compared to the sciences and math, it still requires you to understand the knowledge and be able to apply it to case studies and stimulus, so you should really consider whether you want to do that.
Is there anything you would like to be improved in the syllabus, and why?
Things can get a bit mundane sometimes, you know. I think that in the syllabus, the IB, International Baccalaureate Organization, should, I guess, try to switch things up, because always applying from case study stimulus gets kind of boring.
Any final word?
If the IB person is watching this, take it with a grain of salt.
Yes, thank you. That is the end of our
Thank you,
interview.
Ivy.
Thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm back. Third video. Now, this time we were interviewing this person. What's his name? What is he doing? Wow, interesting. First question, Amuya. Expectation versus reality. What's something that surprised you about the course that you weren't expecting? And how did you deal with that?
Before I picked the class, I looked over the syllabus and it looked very difficult. However, when I got into it and as I'm taking exams, I was surprised at how difficult they could make very simple concepts. And
Thank you. What do you like about the class?
I'd say that math is very fundamental to a person's success. I'd say math in many ways is like the language of the universe. So the better you're able to understand math, the better you're able to make your way through the world, and I just think it's very helpful.
What do you not like about the class, the syllabus more specifically?
In general, I feel that the syllabus can be a little too heavy at times, and I feel like if they gave that up, they could focus on certain topics more, and they could lead to better understanding.
Is there anything to consider when someone's choosing a class? Imagine you're speaking to a 10th grader right now who's taking the IB next year. What should they consider?
I think that the only two requirements for taking the AAHL as a class is that, number one, you have good fundamentals in mathematics. Math AAHL, you don't have time to work on those fundamentals, you just have to develop it and then work on harder things. And the second thing is you have to enjoy math. If you don't enjoy mathematics, it's not a class you should take, as it's going to be very rigorous and difficult. So yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything you would like improved in the syllabus?
Despite what I've said before, I don't think I would make any changes to the syllabus. I think it covers all areas from both applied maths to theoretical maths, and I like that a lot. I think there's a good balance, so no, I would not.
Thank you very much. Any last words?
Take math. If you're smart, if you're stupid, you may as well take AISL, and yeah.
ขอบคุณครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Okay, we're definitely cutting the end.